Well, that was it pretty much.
Well, that's it pretty much.
But
Greetings!
It was interesting.
Oh, you guys missed it. Scott G. Davis was enlightening us on sleep patterns and how important it is that you sleep like the cavemen used to do, right? I don't understand. But anyway, y'all, greetings, salutations, respect, love. It's time to give thanks, man. We Americans just had our Thanksgiving on Thursday. So I thought it would be perfect if we had a couple Canadians on the panel. So before I even acknowledge my fellow Americans, first of all, we've got a celebrity on the panel. It's none other than the Canadian stud muffin, Larry Graves. You guys celebrate Thanksgiving when?
In April.
What?
In October.
No, you don't.
April Fools.
Yeah, April. And we celebrate Christmas. Never mind.
Okay. No. But you do have a different date for Thanksgiving, right?
We
Americans don't know these things. We really don't. Don't ask us about Boxing Day or anything like that. Oh, yeah.
Boxing Day.
But also, we didn't want to leave you alone on an island of Canadianism. We got to fight the good fight. And therefore, we needed Cody on the panel from the great prog metal band Octavium. It's drummer extraordinaire and YouTuber, right? Don't forget to subscribe to Brockway's Vinyl Bites. It's Cody Brockway. Hey.
Well, I don't know how I'm going to live up to that introduction, but thank you.
It's that kind of show today, Cody.
We can play Anticipate again if you want.
Yeah, actually, that did pretty good. People enjoyed it. The numbers stayed strong while we were doing that, so that was really, really cool. But talking about artists, hey, Scott G. Davis. How about that new Mythologic record? It's doing pretty good, right?
Yeah, we're getting some attention, mostly thanks to Aunt Claire over at Bad Dog. She is relentless and a truly wonderful person, and I'm very happy to have enlisted her help with promoting this one. I felt like, as you've said, I think it's my best work, and I wanted to give it a fair shot. So she's been real helpful. So it's doing well. Yeah,
she's great.
Well. Yeah.
Aunt Claire.
I
kept calling her Anne Claire. So that's it. Aunt Claire.
Aunt Claire. A lot of people just say AC.
There you go. I was called. Yeah, that's what I was doing. The whole time we had her on, Kevin, I pretty much called her AC the whole time.
Yeah.
I think I heard her say it once and she said Aunt Claire. So that's the way I kind of like Encore, but Aunt Claire. Anyway.
Well, congratulations on the new album. It's available at Bandwagon USA. You can pick it and the first 3 Mythologics. So Scott has 4 fantastic Mythologic CDs available. If you're in the U.S., which I know a big chunk of our audience is, go to Bandwagon USA. They might even have those first 3 CDs on sale, Scott, right?
I think they have them on sale as a bundle, and I should mention also the new album is also available at Laser CD. Ken Golden is carrying it over to there. Yeah, so if you do a lot of shopping there and you want to pick it up, it's available there as well.
I saw you lurking on the Professor Picks premiere.
I watched that show every Friday as my day at the shop is winding down. I put that show on and I listen to it in the background. And it's, again, been real helpful to along with Proggy Cats on Mondays. Those are my 2 real signposts of the week to discover new music and things I haven't heard about. But I like Professor's Picks because he talks about all kinds of stuff, reissues. And, I went, whoa, I picked up my copy of the Absolute Universe from Transatlantic there, the big, huge one. Yeah. I love that show. It's a lot of fun. It's almost like getting the Sears Christmas catalog every week, and you open it up and go, oh, cool.
Yeah, Ken Golden, he knows his stuff, man. Yes, he goes back far. He goes deep, and just again to be fair, Scott G. Davis, we wanted to have another Floridian on the panel, but Kevin, Kevin's this world traveler vagabond guy now. He's all over the place. Yeah. He's traveling all over the continental U.S. doing his thing. So we don't get to see Kevin as often as we'd like, but he's gracing us with his presence today. Kevin from Prog Radio, what's been going on?
Well, I was glad when you reached out because you're right. I've been so busy, I haven't been able to be a little more regular. So I always appreciate you reaching out, though. And today worked out great because my wife is up north visiting her family. So I got the place to myself and
nice.
you get caught up with all my work. And so it's nice to take a little break with friends. Love it.
Absolutely. Perfect. And, just because we had 2 Canadians and 2 Floridians, I decided I would pull the Ohio card. I've got E and B about in the house.
Oh, wait.
Hey, Scott.
You see, you didn't know he was from Ohio, did you, Alex?
Oh, I didn't.
Well, not from Ohio, but located in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Don't get it twisted. Same here. I am not from. Alex, are you from Ohio?
Yes, indeed.
Thus the Ohio State shirt and the sweat shirt and the hat, and you probably get the bumper sticker and the yard signs, and you've got the custom.
This was a TJ Maxx special, so I
That's all right. I'm a Canes fan anyway, so I will never be a fan of the Buckeyes, no matter how long I live in Ohio. Never going to happen. National championship stolen from us. I will never forgive Ohio State University. You don't throw a defensive pass interference flag 25 seconds after the whistle blows. That's exactly what happened, and Canes were robbed, but that's all right. Ian, what's going on, man?
Hey, not too much. Staying busy, working on my show for Prog Radio today. I don't know if you guys have heard about that, but it's called The Underlying Theme. Yeah. And this was kind of Kevin's brainchild. He's like, you should do a theme, Ian. So I sat down and I drafted probably 20 or 25 different themes I could do. And I thought, you know what? Maybe each show could be its own theme. So far I've done a Halloween show. I did a dreams show, and the next show is going to be, ironically, since you mentioned that Kevin is traveling a lot, cars in the highway.
Mm.
So I'm going to be finishing that up today.
Awesome. Good stuff.
Nice.
Hey, Alex.
Hey.
Are you awake up there? What's going on?
No, I was just checking out the comments, seeing what people are yapping about.
Yeah, let's do that. We've got people in the comments,
Everybody's talking about David Bowie. I'm like, what's happening?
I know, I'm seeing that. Talking about Bowie.
Which is always a good thing.
A Murderer's Row. Are they referring to us here?
Yes, they are.
We're the Murderer's Row of Prog talent. I like that. That's good. So a shout out to all the usual suspects. Jeff Shilka in the house. Thank you so much. Ian in the house. Zeb. We love you guys. So good to see you. Garden Jester. Oh yeah. It's been a good stream already, man. And we're only 7 minutes into it. Alex, when I asked you to join us, I really didn't have any idea. Hey, Morris. We love you, Morris. Morris is awesome. You know Morris, don't you, Larry?
Yep.
He loves you, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody loves the stud muffin.
Who doesn't love the stud muffin? But no, seriously, when I asked Alex to join, I didn't know who was going to be on the stream or exactly what we were going to do. But, I figure – the world is such a negative place that I figure I want to put together a panel of people that could just talk about what they're thankful for, what they are actually, we talk about this Thanksgiving thing. It doesn't mean a whole lot unless, you can actually have some impact in your life or those around you. Otherwise, it's just fake, So what do you care about this time of year that you're actually thankful for, Alex? I know you got 5 things, but we're going to do, just give me whatever you want to talk about. And then we'll just move along, go around and go as many times around as we want.
All right. Well, I did music theme all of these.
Good. So, I've got a couple music ones too. I think.
I'm not going to get into, things I'm actually thankful for, but no, and I wanted to kind of progify it a little bit. And so I started thinking of okay, what are things I'm actually, really grateful for? And some of these are probably going to sound really surface level. So I apologize if people are trying to get emotional or something about it. But 2 days ago was Record Store Day, Black Friday.
Yes, it was.
And I love me some Record Store Day. And here's why. Because there's a lot of people out there that, I don't know. I think sometimes people just like to hate things that other people enjoy, right? if everybody's loving their time, there's always got to be those people who are like, oh, they're having a good time. Well, I got to make sure people know that I'm not having a good time. And so I think it's a great day. Mostly for me, it's all about the community, right? Like it's, the part of the waiting in line or getting there early it's about making connections or like talking to people, figuring out what they're looking for. I was out there pretty early on Friday.
So where'd you go?
So I went to RPM in Columbus. I share all the time on my channel. Like Columbus is a pretty strong record store city. I mean, there's like 5 stores that are all within like 5 minutes of each other that are all just amazing. And so I found good luck at RPM because their line is the shortest, and I know where everything is, and I can just buzz through and get everything I need. But I was talking to this kid behind me who was in college. And he was buying a record. He had never walked into a record store in his life, and he was trying to find a Christmas present for his little sister. And she's into like some pop stuff, which is amazing, right? But I think a lot of like these old head vinyl collectors and stuff, like they hate that type of stuff, right? They're gatekeepers. But I'm like, we had a great time, a great experience. And I picked up a whole bunch of stuff. I won't show everything, but I think
you're going to show some vinyl?
Oh, always, man. That's all I do.
Can I make you big,
sir?
Do it.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's what she said.
Alex, I gotta say, I love that Beatles and Mono box that I'm looking at back there.
Yeah,
oh my God,
that's basic library there.
The price tag on that thing now. Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about the price tag on it. I picked up a bunch of stuff. I won't go too much into it because this is a band. I want to show this because this is a band I've heard of a lot. I'd never listened to in my life. I wouldn't put them in like the Prog family by any means. In fact, actually, this record store day was not really a Prog heavy record store day at all. But I thought this was the deal of the day. At least here in the States, this was a box set contained the first 4 studio albums and a rarities LP for $100. Which is pretty good in 2025, especially considering that to find these original pressings of these records, pretty difficult. They're pretty expensive. They're always beat up. But again, a band that I know virtually nothing of, other than I've just heard about them a lot, and I'm curious what you all think, is the band Love. San Francisco, I think, or LA. Yep. California, at least, I think.
California, yeah.
Yeah, somewhere over there. But yeah, I mean, for me, this was perfect. This is put out by Rhino. They're kind of have like what feels like a stranglehold on record store day in the record industry these days. But yeah, this was what I wanted to show. Again, I picked up a bunch of stuff, but
that's beautiful.
Really cool. I think just again to have those 4 studio records. This is the one.
Forever Changes is the one everybody always talks about.
That's what people yap about. Yeah, and so I'm excited.
Love is from LA. Love is from Los Angeles.
They are LA. Okay.
Yeah.
The great Arthur Lee. I will sometimes say Alvin Lee. Like
Alvin Lee, yeah.
Different guy.
I know.
Different guy. So yeah, that was just one of the cool pickups, I think. And I'm grateful for the just the experience going out, connecting with people, having conversations in line, and supporting the local record stores. That's something I think is lost amongst the whole hoopla of the day. And I'm just grateful that I was able to go out and do that again and pick up some great stuff.
I haven't been out to record store day in forever, it seems like. It's weird. Like, you would think that now that I've got the Prog corner, right, you would think that I would be out and about hitting. I do nothing anymore. I stay in the house. It's nice and safe here.
That's because everybody just sends you free records, Scott.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they're supposed to. If you're a band, you're supposed to send me free stuff. How am I supposed to talk about you? You send Pete Pardo free stuff. Yeah, come on, man.
I do that too.
Yeah, there you go. No, Scott G. Davis, what are you thankful for this Thanksgiving Day weekend?
I have a laundry list of things, and the more I thought about this, it was kind of hard for me, honestly, without being too verbose, which is my habit.
No, I hadn't noticed.
Everything that I'm truly thankful for flows from my wife, Angie Davis. Everything in this life that I have, that I'm grateful for and I'm thankful for, everything, if I sit down and list it all out, it all flows from my wife, our life together, our home here. And I have to say that up front. But everything beneath that, there are a few things that are pretty important to me. Um, I want to talk about Rush, not as musicians. I want to talk about the three gentlemen as men and human beings and lifelong friends. When I was a formative musician growing up in Topeka, Kansas, which was I'm very thankful for having grown up there when I did because there were so many great musicians there. But myself and my two compadres in our first band, we looked up to those guys, and they were such great role models because they were such good friends. They were loyal and faithful, and they trusted in one another. The majority of the folks that work for them have worked and do work for decades and decades and decades. I mean, setting the music aside, the music is obviously influential. I want to talk about them as human beings and men. It was important to us as 15 and 16 and 17-year olds to have some role models. Not all of us had good role models, and those guys showed us how to be compassionate and honest and true to themselves and hold together. And I cannot fully express the importance of those three guys as people in my own journey, not just as a musician, but as a person. Um, it's big. It's in my own heart, in my own mind. It's very big, their influence. So I am very thankful to have had those three men showing me the way. Or at least, even if you don't follow their example, to the T, they showed you how to have compassion and trust and charity and faith in people. It was an important time. Rush came into my life at an important time, a very pivotal time. And, it was hard to find out things about people, not just musicians. There was no internet in those days, so you had to read magazines and, there were fanzines to a certain extent. So you became aware of these people. Eventually, I began to be friendly with people who were friends of theirs, and you hear things and just the way they conducted themselves in public in interviews. And anyway, that I am so thankful in myself for having had those three men help to guide me in my early life.
I love it. I love
Well
it. And
said.
hey, we've got a breaking news flash, Ian. Breaking news flash, Cody.
Uh-oh.
I wondered what happened to Kiefer. I thought
You
you
know-
blocked me.
Kiefer Kiefer has been hacked. So he's he's looking forward to the day when he can be back on the Prog corner.
There you go.
We should make him work for it, though. I mean, he's been on double secret probation for a little while, right, Cody? He's been on double secret probation for a little while. We've never made public anything. I'm on record as Kiefer's biggest supporter. I think that young man is going to be a superstar one day. But we have our standards, and he'll be back, boys and girls. He'll be back. Oh, Ian, what are you thankful for? I'm thankful that Kiefer is here so that we could get that all straightened out in public. What are you thankful for, Ian?
Well, I'll try to keep this succinct, but I'll start with kind of like the more basic stuff. Like I have a good supportive family. I am fortunate to be able to work in music for a living.
Yeah.
And have
Hey,
projects.
hey, my hat goes off to you, man. That is, honestly, that's the dream. You know what I'm talking about, JT Curtis. That's the dream, being able to do music as your main focus and as your main source of income. The man that played George Harrison on Broadway, he knows a little something about what I'm talking about. I love you, JT. You're awesome.
Ian, tell us more about you working in music and the wonderful mixing and mastering you do.
Well, I'm gonna get to that, but I'm glad you brought that up. So yeah, the kind of third thing I was gonna say is I'm thankful for great art. Music is something that I'm obsessed with, and it gets me out of bed every day. But I also love great films. And, you know, I've had a lot of that coming in with the various sales, like the Criterion sale and stuff like that. But the final thing I wanted to mention, and, you know, I want to be tactful in the way that I say this, but I never started my YouTube channel for like the views or the ad revenue. None of that was really on my mind.
It
Well,
was on mine.
that was like a secondary goal, but my main goal in starting the YouTube channel was facilitating behind the scenes connections and friendships. And Scott, you made it possible for me to be introduced not only to Kevin and the Prog Radio crew, and I'm part of 2 wonderful shows on there, but also my good friend Cody, who I got the offer to mix and master his new band, which you can see on his T-shirt. I'm not wearing an Octavium T-shirt. Cody needs to send me one.
I
and I will wear one.
Getting called out live.
But yeah, I just wanted to share my appreciation. I've only made a few appearances on here, but it's helped me immensely.
It's impactful. You see how that works? It's always the first couple times you're on the show that have the biggest impact, right, Alex?
Yeah, I have a question. Sorry. I'm in the dark here. Ian, what's your YouTube channel?
Oh, it's just under my name, Ian Be About. And I talk about physical media, but I don't talk a lot about vinyl. Mostly it's like Blu-ray audio. I'm a surround sound person, Dolby Atmos. And Cody's been on the channel. We reviewed The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway, that new Atmos.
I've heard of that. Yeah, I've heard it.
Yeah. It's crucial, Alex. Go subscribe. It's crucial.
Yeah. Ian Be About's the channel is absolutely essential. You see that it's intentional, boys and girls, right? I mean, if you're gonna take the time to do something, why in the world wouldn't you try to at least do it kind of sort of right? And Ian does that, man. You look at the attention to detail in his background. You look at the microphone he's using. You listen to the sound quality. You look at the lighting. You're like, everything's on point. You go and you watch his content. This guy knows his stuff, man. Ian's got a great channel.
And when you have a name like Be About, why wouldn't you use that name? I mean, I think Harmony is a cool name, but I'm a little envious of Be About. That's just a cool name.
You should have changed it to Harmony. Kevin Harmony.
That's how I tell people how to spell it, like harmony with a C. When I was a kid growing up, Elton John has that song Harmony. Mm-hmm. And I would tell my friends, you know, he wrote that about my sister. and he's saying Carmony. And if you listen to that and in your head, you hear Carmony, it totally sounds like it. And I got away with that.
Please tell me your parents didn't name your sister Harmony Carmony.
No. Candy Carmony and Sharon Carmony.
Now that's cool.
That's a cool name.
What are your thoughts on this album, everyone?
Love it.
Out the Elton John.
Masterpiece.
Love it.
Yeah. Under-recognized masterpiece, I think.
Hey, Cody, since you're trying to, hog up all the oxygen here in this, why don't you go next? Tell us what's going on.
Well, I didn't.
What are you thankful for?
This is one of the rare occasions where I didn't bring any props because, like Ian, I just have things to say and people that I'm grateful for to help me get where I've come and am going. You know, I mean, no one's ever fully at their destination, right? I want to start off with saying thanks to my mom and dad for the awesome support that they've endlessly given me throughout the years. And I love them so much. Obviously, Tara, the love of my life, my soulmate, my best friend, my world, my everything. I love her so much. I mean, the fact that I've met her because of you. So wait, that's coming, Scott. That's coming.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful. I'm just so grateful for that. And yeah, she's just been my rock, my confidant, my everything. So I love her so much. And I'm thankful for her every day that I get to wake up and roll over and look at her. You know, it's amazing. Now, before I get too emotional, let's just move on from that.
Yeah, that's a good first. That's a good first one, though.
No, but in my parents and my family and friends, and I'm thankful for my record store, Second Chance Records at 20 Argyle Street North, Caledonia, Ontario, Canada.
Caledonia, Ontario.
Yeah, that's right. www.secondchancerecords.ca. We ship everywhere in the world for a flat fee of $20. Anyway, I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for my band. You know, for the longest time, I had this talent with my drumming, and I was just like, well, what am I gonna do with it? You know, like I was doing drum covers and stuff, but it wasn't the same. And so I joined this one band. We were a 5-piece, and basically, without going into too much detail, that singer kind of ruined the band with his attitude. And so me and the guitar player and bass player formed what would now become Octavium, got another singer and a secondary guitarist, and now we've got Octavium. We've got a record coming out in the first quarter of next year. So I can't believe it.
Cody, sorry to interrupt, but I just have to say your band name is a perfect name for a prog band.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's like a prog name for a band, right?
Yep.
I don't know what Octavian means, but
you don't need to know. It doesn't matter. Does it matter?
Looks great on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
It looks great on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
It sounded cool.
Yeah, it does.
It sounded cool, and our music has 8 faces to it.
That next song that I've mixed,
and they sound a little bit like Dream Theater. And they have an album very similarly named.
None of us like Dream Theater. What are you talking about? I'm thankful for the people that I've met as a result of this project too, and I'm thankful for the people that I've got to work with. I mean, my friend, you guys don't know her, but her name is Olive. She works at my record store with us. She's also a killer visual artist, and she's working on the album art for us and such. And so that's going to be really cool. I can't wait to show you guys that.
Cool.
But thank you, Olive. Thank you, Ian, for the amazing job you've done with our songs so far. We do have more coming for you. The singer's actually tracking some vocals as we speak. Not Great. Here, but so we got more work for you. If anyone ever needs your stuff mastered and worked on, Ian is a great guy. I mean, I do a little bit of the mixing. Like I do all the production. I do a little bit of mixing, but for the most part, I kind of send it off to you and go, okay.
Well, you make it easy, Cody. All I'm doing is just reinforcing what's there. Your production is fantastic already, and I'm just like, I don't want to detract from this. I want to just lift it up and make it sound as good as possible. So, and I was going to tell the panel that the new song, and what's it called? It's called Peaceable Empire.
Peaceful Empire, yeah.
I always get it confused with Peaceable Kingdom, but anyhow, it's a fantastic song, and in my opinion, as good as the first one was, it's a huge leap forward.
Oh wow!
It just kind of bang hits you right in the head to begin with, and it takes you through all these changes, and it's a nice little journey. So I'm going to be finalizing that today for you, Cody. I know I've been keeping you waiting.
Well, I appreciate that. And like I said, like if any of you, I mean, it was kind of a no-brainer to decide to work with Ian because he masters his YouTube videos. So like he literally, I did a video with him once on my channel, and he goes, if you want me to just detract the audio and run it through a equalizer, I was like, okay, all right. Sure.
Scott does that.
Oh yeah, I got the light meter out. I'm making sure everything's just perfect every frame.
That's the Stanley Kubrick of YouTube.
But yeah, I mean, I'm thankful for all the friends that I've made here. I'm thankful for every one of you guys in the panel, and I'm thankful for the radio shows that I get to do. I do a show with Tara actually on Prog Radio every Thursday at noon. So thank you to Kevin for making that a possibility. We're the Prog couple on Prog Radio, as well as I do a show on Deep Nuggets Radio every Thursday night at 8, and I'm grateful for those guys as well.
There you go.
And number one, I think you know what's coming, because without this number one, none of this other stuff, maybe except for the band and my parents, obviously, but that's kind of a given, would be possible. Without number one, I wouldn't have met Kevin Carmody. I wouldn't have met any of you guys. I wouldn't have met Scott. I wouldn't have met Alex, Larry, Ian, and I wouldn't have met the love of my life, Tara, if it wasn't for this man right above me here. Scott, there's not a day where I'm not grateful for you and what you've done for my life. I mean, I try to let you know. I mean, obviously, without sounding too corny or cliche or whatever, I love you, and I think you're awesome, and what you've done for me in my life is.
That's what we do, man. We share the love, we spread the love, it's a Sunday, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to like have this communal experience. And, some people get that from going to church on Sunday. I'm a Christian, but I haven't been to church in a long, long time. I'm going to say it right there. I usually have a problem with X, Y, or Z that's being said. So I've realized that there's just no denomination exactly for me. Mm-hmm. I think if everybody's like super honest, there's 8 billion people in the world. There should be 8 billion religions, because we're all a little, we all believe things just a little bit differently, so that's what I'm calling for. The abolishment of all organized religion. Each person will establish their own religion. It'll be a tax-free enterprise, of course, a nonprofit set up that way. What do you think about that? What do you think about that, Cody? You like that idea?
Yeah. I want to say one more thing I'm grateful for.
Sure.
Thanks to this man right here.
Yeah.
Just went to go see him in concert last week, and oh my God.
Yeah.
Like the music of this man is absolutely unreal. So I had to give a nod to the man himself. Larry, I know you feel me on this. Kevin, I think all of you do, actually.
Yeah. It all begins and ends with Lennon and McCartney.
Yeah.
It just does. It just does. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, JT. I know you were George Harrison on Broadway, but I think you told me you actually tried out for John. So it's all right.
George is amazing, man. We love George. George had, if you look at some of the songs he created, even though it wasn't as much, like the songs he did create, like Something. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I have a discussion with people all the time about what I think is the best Beatles solo album, and it's All Things Must Pass. It is. It just is. It's such a genius piece of work. He had so much built up over the years that he wasn't able to say.
Yeah,
and
that's true. He had a whole bunch.
Yeah. Great album. Yep.
Yeah, whereas you could see Paul and John, they kind of sputtered at first, right? Because we were using all their good material, every Beatles album. It was getting on their front and center. George had a little backlog going on there. So, wow, that is a fantastic
We're not going
to
talk about Ringo and I'm 16 and Photograph.
No, we're not going to talk about any of those pedo songs. No, sir.
There is a great song on that first Ringo album. It's a song called 6 O'Clock. It's not the Dream Theater song, but there's a song in there called 6 O'Clock, and it was written by Paul and Linda, and you can actually hear them on the track. So,
yeah,
I love that. I'm the Greatest song.
That's written by John, unsurprisingly.
Oh, not surprising, yeah.
Hey, Kevin, what is your favorite Beatle, and what are you grateful for this Thanksgiving?
Well, my favorite Beatle was McCartney, but I'm a huge Harrison fan. I mean, the concert for Bangladesh, even that album, I devoured that thing.
Yeah,
we've forgotten Billy Preston.
Hey, there we go.
I say that all the time.
Thank you, Alex. Show me that Bangladesh cover. Oh man, that's so good.
But obviously the usual stuff, family and all that. I will put out a special call out to my wife because, like you, Scott, and many of you probably, I'm just the luckiest guy in the world. We never fight. She's putting together the Alan Parsons Life and Times as we speak. So super happy that she's in my life. So I will throw that one out there. But I do have a great family and health and all that stuff. But musically, I did a little thing, and I am glad I grew up in the 70s. And that was the time to be able to get on your bike, pedal over to the local record store, which is the next thing I'm grateful for, record stores, Cody. I'm glad you still got one cooking. And particularly the import section in that record store, because fortunately the record store I had an import section. It was an independent store, and Genesis was found there. Gentle Giant was found there. Triumvirate, on and on and on it went. Me and my buddy, we would go straight to the import section. We would do what we called take-a-dares. He'd buy one and I'd buy one, just based on the album cover. We'd then pedal home with those under our arms. We'd sit in front of the stereo. We'd put it on. We'd put that needle down on the first track, and we would just wait for either what the heck is this, or that recognition. We'd look at each other and go, oh yeah, we got ourselves a good one. And all of those bands, that's how I discovered them all. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy for a little Casio cassette deck because I used to play DJ. And me and my brother, we would do the top 10 countdown.
Oh, yeah. You did that too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We were always playing DJ, man.
And the only other person who would listen to it would be my brother. And the only person that would listen to his would be me. But we still had so much fun. We made dozens of those things. Yeah. Number one was always Cat Stevens' Wild World. But depending what records we had and stuff, we would make these talk. And then here I am running Prog Radio. I mean, that literally came from those days of doing that all those years ago. And then I'm going to mention 3 bands: Genesis, Jethro Tull, the Beatles. So many favorite bands, but those 3 are so dear and dear to me for records, for concerts, for all the experiences I had growing up with them. I am just glad I lived through that. And for people like Cody and that, you know, it's you know, you can appreciate the music by starting it, but when you're living it while it's coming out, I don't know that anybody can ever give you that. And so I'm so grateful that I have that.
Absolutely. But, you know, I am not going to underrate nostalgia. You know, as great as it was living it in real time, there is still something pretty amazing about going back and reliving it in your mind forever and ever and ever. So, yeah, we built a whole YouTube channel based on nostalgia. Yeah. That's what we do around here. We talk about that stuff because it hits a certain spot. You know what I'm talking about, Larry. You're of a certain age where you're not just talking about music, right? When you're talking about some of the bands from your youth,
I remember seeing the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show. That's one of my first memories.
I don't
either. Yeah. That happened before me.
Yeah. So, Larry, what are you grateful for?
I am grateful that I am attempting to grow a beard just like Alex.
Yeah.
It's a good beard. It's like
Have you noticed that Larry Graves has not one but 2 YouTube channels? And have you noticed quietly that second channel has 20,000 subscribers? I mean, I remember when you started that channel, I'm like, man, it might be hard to get the numbers up. I mean, what does your original have? Like 60,000 now, Larry?
Over 50,000.
He pretends like he doesn't know. He's got like 60,000 on his main channel, 20,000 on his second channel. I mean, this guy is a legitimate YouTube superstar. We're glad to have you on the channel. The floor is yours. What are you thankful for?
Well, first of all, speaking of George Harrison, I've obviously always liked his solo career, but I never totally got into it until just very recently. This is amazing.
Yeah.
I finally got it, right?
Yeah.
And then just last night, I played this like 3 or 4 times. I feel this is as good as All Things Must Pass.
Hey, what? That's slow the roll, Larry. You're kidding, right?
I just have a new appreciation for George Harrison. I actually think this might be the best. This might be the best Beatles solo album now.
Yeah,
knocking Ram.
I would agree with that. Yeah,
it could be. It's right up there. And JT Curtis told us that if you want to get into the deep dive on the George Harrison, don't forget 33 1/3.
Yep, I've got
with pulling this up.
Oh, look at that! Hey, look at that! Right on time. That's awesome.
I love this record.
Isn't that good? I love it too. I don't think it got the credit it was due at the time. Don't know what was going on with it, but I love Crackerbox Palace. I thought that was an amazing single. The rest of the album's great.
This song is a lot of fun. Larry, do you know this album?
Yeah, I've got it. I love it. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Another artist from the 60s that, I heard his radio hits and all that, and I like them. But it hasn't been until the last year I've become kind of obsessed with him. And I've got about maybe 15 of his albums. Donovan.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I love Donovan.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great album.
Donovan.
So I'll just quickly show you.
Show us some Donovan, please.
Barabba Jagal,
I love that song too.
Cosmic Wheels. Is this the one with the intergalactic laxative?
I love Donovan.
Beat Cafe. Even his albums from the 70s, they're not as strong as the 60s, but I still think they're very good.
He opened a lot of shows for Yes in the late.
He sure
70s.
did. He sure did.
Even
Didn't he also co-write Yellow Submarine?
I don't know.
about that.
I don't know about that.
Sutras.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I even like some of Donovan's later work, like that
Yeah.
that one that he did with David Lynch, I Am the Shaman. That was a fantastic
Man.
song and video.
And
Look
then
at this.
Open Road.
We're ready for a deep Donovan dive, Larry.
And another band, I just finally have their whole discography. They're not in order here, but I love and
love
Here we
band.
go. Here we go.
Great band.
there. This is probably my favorite
Yeah.
Take On Me
Masterpiece.
soundtracks. Out of Reach.
There we go. There you
And
go.
this is another one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Monster Movie.
Wonderful album.
Those early records.
Limited edition. Delay.
Yeah.
You got Lost Tapes?
No.
Ah,
That's
that's a good
one.
set.
That is a good one.
So are the live
Yeah,
sets,
good.
by the way.
And even this one, this was their final album, and I read, the reviews that, it's horrible, it's terrible. I actually enjoyed it.
It's not bad.
Yeah, right time.
I didn't hate it.
That. One other band I've really gotten into, I only knew this album from the 70s, Valentine's Suite.
Oh, here we go.
Nice.
There we go.
And
my
now
gosh.
I've got
Coliseum
I just
action.
Daughter in Time,
Yeah.
Daughter of Time. And then this one.
The debut.
And I have not even heard this yet.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, that's so good.
Larry, that's really good, man.
Yeah.
And just one more thing I'm grateful for this year especially.
Joe Nickel.
I met Sparks.
Oh,
Oh,
terrific.
nice.
Look at that. Yeah. A dream come true for you and Molly, huh?
And they were just, amazing, right?
Were they?
They didn't have to do what they did. So
Well, I know you're a big fan of Sparks. And what are you thinking about their latest album?
I love it. I love it.
They're kind of I'm kind of saying they're like on this like late career mini spike. Their last 3 or 4 albums have actually been
Oh, yeah.
really, really good. It's just kind of weird how that happens.
I
And
think
they
that
don't sound like no
documentary-
band either. They sound so fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the documentary brought some new fans to them.
Oh, yeah. And they did a film, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Here's
I
some
got-
can recommendations for you, Larry.
Oh, goody. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Those
live
sets.
records.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to hear these.
And I gotta mention something for Larry as well because you mentioned Coliseum, the John Heisman stuff.
Yeah.
Have you ever listened to Coliseum 2?
No.
Okay, so they did 3 albums. I got this double CD pack here that's got their 2 albums, Electric Savage and War Dance. It's John Heisman, but he reformed the band with Don Airy and Gary Moore.
Yep. Yep.
This is not blues Gary Moore. This is that same Gary Moore, but playing all-out jazz fusion prog. It's absolutely. If you've ever heard Gary Moore's album Back on the Streets, it's kind of similar to that stuff. His blues stuff is amazing. I mean, he's one of the best ever. But these 2 records, War Dance and Electric Savage, is just him going absolutely like he fully taps into his John McLaughlin on these records.
Yeah.
And it's astonishing. So Larry, I think you'll like these as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Pretty amazing. Hey, you know what I'm thankful for right now? I pulled a couple records because I'm really thankful that our good friend Lars Fredrik Freusley from Wobbler has 2 of the top 3 albums in the top Prog Archives top albums of 2025. Have you seen that?
Not
He
lately.
redid the first album. Remember, he put out Fire for Tellinger, and it was amazing. But it had Lars singing in Norwegian. Well, he redid this album with the great Stefani Galiffi from Museo Rosenbach.
Oh, I met
So
him.
it's now in Italian. It's just, oh, come on, man. How do you make a perfect album even better? Have that dude sing on it. There you go. Oh, it's so good. And at number 3 for the year is Lars Fredrik Frøsli's second album, Game La Masta. So it is the year of Lars Fredrik Frøsli. We've had him on the program a couple times. You guys know I'm a huge Wobbler fan. So anytime that, one of the people who are a regular on this show makes a little bit of headway in the prog space, we love it. That's why we like having Scott G. Davis on the show.
That's right.
Quit it.
The legend himself.
Can
He is
I say?
legendary.
Can I throw a few more thankfuls in the?
You may
in the
indeed.
mix?
Okay, I'm just gonna put it out there. Looking at the
Was
time,
Larry finished first of all?
Yeah.
we're at that part of the show where anybody can say whatever. Everybody had their time, and if you got something to say it. We got another 15, 20 minutes to go. So yeah,
Very, very briefly, I'm thankful for Aunt Claire at Bad Dog, and she has put together a benefit package. It's basically the size of 2 CDs, but it's a download. You can go and find it on Bandcamp with Bad Dog Promotions. I contributed my Christmas song to it, and all the money goes to a children's charity that provides support and hope for children in hospital over in England and Europe and places like that. It's an awesome charity. She's only asking £1, and pay more if you can afford it. It's got an absolute crap load of great music on it. Go and seek that out. The other thing that I wanted to mention, I had a list of a couple of things, but I don't want to go on forever. I want to say that above the things I've already mentioned, one thing I continue to be very grateful to, first of all, I'm very grateful, of course, to Scott and Kevin for everything they do on this channel and everywhere else that they do it, as well as Larry and Alex and Ian. I watch all of your channels. I'm grateful for that. But at the core of what I want to say, I am so grateful to artists who refuse to stop making music. In this climate today that is so hard to get noticed and make the barest minimum amount that it takes to keep making music, they steadfastly refuse. I'm going to call out Ekelund on this occasion. They shy away from the normal channels. You can only get their stuff from them. They don't do streaming, but they steadfastly refuse to start making junk. They are making stunning, absolutely brilliant albums, and they're not the only ones. Some of the albums I've enjoyed this year, there you go.
Yeah.
IQ is another one. Even the ones that are making money. I mean, no one's getting rich at this, but artists continue to give us fantastic art every year, and I am so very grateful. I've discovered more stuff this week than I could have possibly imagined in the previous years. It's just they're putting it out there. It's a beautiful thing right now, and I am so grateful to any artist who just does what they do and puts it out there in spite of the fact that they know it's going to cost them. It's not going to even pay for itself in the majority of cases, but they steadfastly refuse to not do it.
Well, and there you go, Scott G. Davis. You're bringing up a topic that I was kind of alluding to with Alex before we went live about bands
Police,
that, I mean, Moron Police.
Great example.
How do you feel about that band, Alex?
Well, so one of the things I was going to say that I was grateful for, this is a bit of a throwback to 2020, I think, which was well before I had like the YouTube thing. I was just like a casual person that was logging on. Like I didn't have any idea who Larry was or like any of these different things. But the Prog Report put together that in-home
Prog from Home or
Prog from Home thing, right?
Yeah.
Where you had,
it was amazing.
You had Mike Portnoy singing Jellyfish and playing all the instruments with people from Jellyfish. Like, it was the coolest thing. But that was the first time I had heard this band Moron Police did like an acoustic version of the song The Undersea. And I was blown away. I was like, I got to hear more about this band Moron Police. Terrible band name, but like, I don't care. But
most of them are terrible.
I gotta figure out like how to get more of this, And I streamed that album so many times. Finally was able to pick up this, I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago. Because I think, very, very limited, only in Norway or wherever. Great album art, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic. And I love this. I mean, this came out in 2019, right? 6 years ago. They had some tragedy in the band. I know they lost their drummer in like a pretty tragic car accident, all this kind of stuff. But they just put out this new record Friday or a week ago or something like that. Like, it's within the last 7 days. Pachinko? I got that right, Scott?
Yeah. Pachinko came out Friday.
Sorry if I'm offending the Prog people. I'm a Prog fan myself. To me, the bands that I'm getting into now, the more contemporary bands, they got to offer something different. Like, I have the utmost respect and appreciation for so many of these bands, but when I get into collecting or buying, I'm like, they have to stand out, like, not necessarily above, but apart from. They have to sound different. To me, nobody sounds like Moron Police. This sort of fusion of obviously classic prog, there's like this huge pop element though. They have hooks galore. They involve the symphonic thing. A lot of it's tongue in cheek, like it's funny. There's a song about a cat, which I'm into. Larry, I know you are too.
Yep.
But then there's other stuff that you're like, this is like kind of emotional. Like, it is all over the map, and I love it. And I'm sitting here thinking, this record just came out. I've streamed it. For me, it's the best thing I've heard all. Like, for me personally, it's the best thing I've heard all year, and I'm the biggest Dream Theater fan I know besides Cody. Like, I love this so much. Scott, how do I get a copy?
You
help a brother
can't.
out. You have to stream this thing.
You can't.
I don't know. Like, maybe this is like a Ken Golden thing, right? Like, maybe like he can figure something out. Like, I don't know, but I'm like, they don't have this available. I think they're looking for startup stuff. I was actually opening up this gatefold earlier. Didn't realize it. There's their Kickstarter list for this record. I mean, it's proper use of a gatefold, I guess. But,
there you go. Well, that's how you do it. Apparently, to be fair, they are doing something similar for this album, doing some kind of Kickstarter program to try to get some physical copies out there. But yeah, I'm sorry. I just really feel like if you put all the effort and time to write these songs, you put all the effort and time to get that artwork. I mean, the artwork on Pachinko is amazing, just like all their records actually have had really good artwork. But you don't believe in it enough to have any physical copies available on release date. It just seems weird. I don't know. I understand that vinyl's ridiculous. And I do understand that it is hard to ship even CDs overseas these days, right, Scott?
Yeah, it's unconscionably expensive to ship anything outside or into the U.S. from anywhere else. So yeah, costs are through the roof. So I mean,
Scott, I have a question. Actually, yeah, Scott G. Davis, I have a question for you, and Ian, you probably have some stuff to say about it too, because I'm pretty clueless when it comes to like the businessy manufacturing side of these things. They made a reference in their post of like, we would love to make this stuff available. If we had somebody in North America that was willing to essentially do this, again, I don't know from the business, like who does, like, how does that work? Like, is there a way that somebody gets identified stateside or in North America?
If somebody wanted to do that for them, if somebody said, I believe in this band and I want to make this happen, that somebody to make it happen in North America is going to at minimum need $3,000 to $5,000.
Yeah,
for duplication and a little bit of marketing, and I mean, there is the will to release something, and there is the actual physical ability, and those two things are unfortunately sometimes mutually exclusive. That's a lot of money in these days, in this time right now. It's a lot of money, but maybe somebody watching this video maybe a group of us can get together and say, I don't have $3,000 to $5,000, but maybe I've got a couple $100. Maybe I've got $300, and enough of those people pool their resources, and they can contact the band and say, okay, we've got enough money pooled together. Give us your masters, give us your artwork. We'll have it duplicated here and make it cheap and easy for people to order it here. That could happen. It's sort of like a crowdfunding thing, but you would have to make some kind of an agreement with the band about rights and that sort of thing, and it would take a great deal of goodwill on everybody's part. But yeah, it's expensive. And for my own personal experience with my latest record, if you want to hear numbers, I'm well over the $6,000 mark for what I've got invested in recording, duplication, marketing. It just costs money. It just does.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I didn't do vinyl. That's without vinyl. That's just replicated CDs. So,
what'd you grab, Ian?
So when I did this record, this is the record that I produced, and I wrote a third of it. The band is called Coloratura, and the name of the record is WTF Was That? I won't actually spell it out because I don't want Scott to lose.
That's right. That's a family program, boys and girls.
But just to answer your question, I had a fan approach me and say, hey, Ian, I want this album on vinyl. I had done it on CD, which costs significantly less, like maybe $700 or something like that, to do it through somebody like Atomic Disc, that's not a small amount of money by any means.
No, it's not.
But it's significantly less than to do vinyl. Now, this was before all of the tariff nonsense. I know we don't want to get into that, which, by the way, is not supposed to affect physical media, like vinyl records, CDs. It's not supposed to. Okay. So Scott, Scott with two T's, you can tell me what your experience is or has been, but I don't believe we have any vinyl pressing plants in North America.
Yes, there are 4 total.
Okay.
There are at least 4 that I know of, and 3 of those belong to Jack White.
Yeah, right.
He's kind of the source for that in a lot of cases, but there's 4 or 5 maybe that I know of, and I know of several that are gearing up to get ready to go into it's become a necessity. Yeah, so we do have plants here. Yep.
No, that's great. Well, that wasn't the case like 2 years ago.
No, it's fairly recent. Yep.
Yeah, and we had to do this through a European pressing plant. They did a wonderful job. Like it's like I'll pull the record out. They did this.
Oh, beautiful. Nice.
Splatter design. Scott, if Scott was one,
cool.
I will send you a copy of this.
That's gorgeous.
Cool.
Look at that
Right up the
splatter.
hill from me.
Oh, yeah, gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Ian, I'm not sure where you're at in Ohio, but what I've seen a lot of artists, especially like smaller independent artists, are using Gotta Groove here in Ohio. I want to say that's what Ken used for the Agripelter record.
Okay, where's that located?
It's up in Cleveland somewhere, or Cleveland-ish.
No. Cleveland's like 3 hours. Like I'm in Steubenville, the home of Dean Martin.
That's right.
Yeah, he grew up actually on the street that I live on. It's now a Taco Bell.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's how it goes. Yeah. we're eating tacos over at Dino's place.
There's worse places.
Yeah, but we went through A to Z Records, which is a United States-based company, and I think they quoted me $2,000, and it ended up going like 3 or 4 over that. So that's always the case. Like there's always overrun. It always goes over. But we got lucky. The guy who funded it said $2,000. That's nothing.
Nice.
But, I'll tell you, just brass tacks. I use disc makers up in New Jersey, and have always used them. I've been using them for 25 plus years for everything I've ever done. The new album cost me, I did 300 copies, replicated CDs, not CDRs, replicated silver press CDs. It was about $1,100 for 300 copies.
I'm so sorry to interrupt. Could you explain the difference? Like, what is it replicated versus CDR?
A duplicated CD is a CDR. That means that they put a master CD that's been pressed, and they put it in a machine, and it's burnt to a CDR, like you can do at home. Yep. That's duplicated. Replicated.
Okay, Ian's gonna show us the difference between
replicated
the two while you talk about it.
It's actually stamped from a master, and it's much more impervious to temperature things. Yeah, you can see how it's a silverish color. Most CDRs, you can actually see the data grooves on them,
Yeah.
and they're usually slightly thinner.
There you go.
And they have kind of a yellowish gold hue to the
Uh-huh.
data side. But one is, it used to be that the CDR was a
Yep.
fair amount less expensive to actually get in quantity, but I found that if I order at least 300, at least with disc makers, if I order 300 copies, the price difference is 30 cents per unit. So to me,
Adds
you
up.
know, you go with the replicated CDs when it's that close cost wise. Mainly
Yeah.
for a number of reasons, I prefer them. They're just more durable. But
Yeah.
also there are certain foreign distributors and Ken Golden will not accept duplicated CDs. He will
Yeah,
only sell replicated CDs. So there are distributors that will not handle CDRs.
They fail. Like they'll fail in like
Yeah.
10 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whereas, I have CDs from the 80s that as long as they're well kept and aren't exposed to like the elements, they're fine. There is CD rot, which is something to be concerned about. But so long as you keep them out of direct sunlight and climate controlled, like run a dehumidifier or something like that, they should last like up to 100 years or more. I mean, they haven't lasted that long, so nobody knows, but
Yeah.
theoretically.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll
They
find
should last
out.
a lifetime.
Two real quick things. Cody, I hope you have a plan for the Octavium record.
Dude.
That's what I'm talking about. And then B, Scott Lade, I figured now would be the perfect time for you to make your grandiose announcement that you're actually funding the Moron Police physical campaign.
Yeah.
The floor is yours, man. Thank you so much.
I
Wow.
appreciate that, Alex.
That's
No,
amazing.
I am a huge supporter of all things Norwegian prog. It's kind of my thing. I love pretty much that entire scene, and it's a really big, wide variety of bands from Norway. But I'm not going into that business, Alex. No, sorry, Bob.
Scott
Frog
said,
Corner
I would
Records.
do that.
Yeah.
Scott said, I would have paid for it if they would have sent me a copy of the
That's
CD.
right.
That's you see, they should have. But you know what? It's an amazing album. I agree with you.
If every one of your subscribers sends $1,
That's right.
you
We
should
can
be
make
able
it
to afford
happen.
It could yeah, you could do it.
But I really do think that we do have a lot more impact and influence than we think, because at the end of the day, people watch these videos and they do act upon them one way or another. They watch a video, they order a CD, or whatever they can get their hands on. They go to the band's Bandcamp and whatever they need to do to find the music, listen to the music. We can make an impact. So I am, even though I can't say I'm thrilled. I am going to be doing an episode next week about Moron Police and their excellent new album, Pachenko. Trust me, we've only scratched the surface when it comes to my feelings about this. I'm a little salty. Maybe it's just, I'm the boomer
Who are
shaking
you
my fist.
salty at?
At that times they are a changing, man.
So who are you salty at? Are you salty at the
world.
band? Oh, the
I'm
world.
salty at the world, man. The whole world.
Me too.
It's
I
changing
think
too
here's my
fast.
theory. Here's my theory. I think this album is so good. It is incredibly good. And because of this bit of thing, it's going to bring more attention to it. It will end up on a CD one day.
Yeah,
You'll
it will,
see.
for sure.
It's going to help its popularity in many ways.
Maybe it might.
I got
Hey,
one
Larry.
thing.
I wanted to say hi to Larry real quick, Cody. Go ahead first.
Well, I was just going to say to Alex, yes, the band is absolutely looking into releasing our stuff on CD for sure, and possibly vinyl, depending on the cost. You guys will know about that when I know about it, but I've been taking notes here.
Cody, when your album finally comes out, you can promote it on my channel for only $300.
Okay, that sounds like a great deal. That sounds like a great.
Larry,
300 to spin here.
Larry's been very active. He's like the professional YouTuber here amongst us. He does like these sponsored deals, like where he's hawking like microphones and different kinds of.
Yeah, this is a free microphone I'm using now.
Yoko and Sean are still sending him stuff every week.
Yeah, he's on first name basis with Yoko and Sean Lennon. How cool is that? I mean, who's got that?
Not me.
It's Larry Graves. That's who. So Larry,
sorry, I have two questions for everybody here. Are any of you watching or have seen the Beatles anthology? I'm about halfway through it, and I'm really impressed with it. And also, I've always loved the Bee Gees, but last night listening to them on headphones, some of their 60s music, the production, it's like they were like Beatles-esque quality.
Oh yeah.
Just amazing, like Barry Gibb, amazing. I think he's underrated as a songwriter. The Bee Gees are underrated as artists.
You are 100% right, Larry. It's because of all the crap disco they did later. That
I even like
people like me will never ever give the Bee Gees credit because they did that horrible disco stuff. But you're right. The reality is they were amazing. They really were.
They say that's okay. We have bazillions of dollars from that disco stuff. We'll live without your endorsement, Scott.
That's right.
Underrated double album of all time.
Yeah. Do you have the furry cover?
It's the furry cover. I'm getting diseased. Well, that was the story. People don't know the story. I guess maybe velvet or something, but people started getting poisoned in the factories, and they had to kind of recall it because of the chemicals.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Oh God.
The 70s.
With gloves.
Good thing that wasn't the case with Alice Cooper's panties.
Yeah.
So who's got interesting and exciting stuff happening in their worlds this week?
Well, if I can jump in here and plug real quick,
please do, Scott.
I released a new single on Friday. It's a song that was left over from the sessions called "Circling Back." Ooh. And it's coupled with the big epic on my new album is called "The Memory of After," and it's split into two sections. And my friend Alan Douchus, who masters all my records for me, apologies, Ian, he came up with an edit that molds the two together into one 35-minute chunk.
Yeah.
And those are available only on Bandcamp as a download. It's not on CD. It's not on streaming anywhere. You will, I think, be able to hear it on Prog Radio, circling back anyway. Tomorrow on Proggy Cats. It's $6 for the new song, which is not available anywhere else. You can hear it on Prog Radio. You can buy it off of Bandcamp. That's it. And then, of course, the epic 35-minute version of The Memory of After. So if you're interested in that, go check out the Method Logic Bandcamp. And that's all I got
listened to your record, Scott. It's good. I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Kevin sent it to me. Yeah.
It's it's my heart. I make records I want to hear, and the records I want to hear are not what everyone else wants to hear, and I get that, but I try to make absolutely the best records I can. And anyway, I appreciate that, Ian. It's fair change because I watch your shows all the time. So.
There you go.
Scott, your records, you have amazing ideas, man. You're one hell of a musician.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm working on the next one as we speak.
There you go.
I can't help myself. I'm already a third of the way into writing it, but that tends to be how it happens. By the time an album comes out, I'm already well into the next one. It just works out that way. So,
hey, Ian, what do you got going on in your world? What have you been working on?
Yeesh, couple things. So I just finished a new record by Reefer Stramus, which has been bumped ahead. It's now coming out in either March or April. And those folks went over to the UK and played their first show. It was filmed and it was recorded in multi-track. So at the moment we are putting together a plan to create like a documentary where I'm going to do a full mix of it. There might be a little bit of cheating and overdubs involved because, there was some monitoring issues. So maybe the vocals need redone, but David Jackson from Vandergraaf Generator is going to be on that. He's also on the record. I also just recently completed a DVD for the Chicago-based band Cheer Accident. Who I know Scott is a fan of, so that's coming out in the new year.
Big fan.
On Friday, I have my Prog Radio program, which will be the highway influenced songs. And this week, I will have 2 videos coming out on YouTube. The first one will be a preview of all of the surround sound releases for the month of December. And there's some really cool ones. Pink Floyd's Wish You Were Here is coming out on Dolby Atmos with a complete show restored by Steven Wilson in the extras, which will be fantastic. Wow. And then also Alan Parsons' iRobot's coming this month or next month. But sometime this week, I'll be reviewing this release. If there's any Tears for Fears fans out there. This is the new Dolby Atmos remix from Steven Wilson, and spoiler alert, it's phenomenal. This might be the best mix of the year. So yeah, some really exciting stuff, I think. And of course, there's also Octavium, which I think I'll be finalizing the mix for the most recent song later today.
So I have heard the Reef Astramus album is very, very good.
Thank you. I produced that, and I mixed and mastered it, and we recorded all of the drums and a lot of the guitar too here in town. There's a great recording studio within 10 minutes of my home called Aardvark, owned by Dan Bozick. So very fortunate to have that opportunity here in small town Steubenville.
Nice. Alex, how about you? What do you got cooking?
Well, nothing professional like the rest of the people here.
I know that's hard to follow. Ian just rattling off all this. Oh yeah, I'm just doing this. That okay.
Yeah, I kind of have the setup over here where I just listen to a bunch of records, and then when I get bored, I'm like turn on my stupid phone and record a low quality video and make silly jokes. So send me the free stuff though. No,
free stuff. Beer and vinyl.
Cody, as long as Cody sends me a test pressing, then we'll be squared away. So,
well, I don't know if we'll have vinyl at first. The guitar player and I are talking about it because we're both vinyl guys. But we definitely, absolutely, 1,000% will have CDs. I'd be happy to get a CD in every one of your set of hands on this panel.
And I know we're going to do 2 masters, right? We're going to do a CD streaming master, and we're going to do a more dynamic vinyl master.
That's right.
Cody, you could just, speaking of Steven Wilson, you can do the tacky thing where you just do one pressing of one record and call it limited edition of one. And just
and then also
ever recorded,
Wu-Tang,
or even more than that. I'll remix it in a 40 channel surround sound setup and only let one group of 5 people hear it, and then that's it.
That's it.
Just make one and sell it for $1 million. You're good.
And then
it would cost $1 million to make just one. So
yeah.
No, I like Cody's idea of having like a very exclusive group that you bring in, maybe like 10 people to hear the record, and then after it's over, you have to burn the master tapes and completely destroy the hard drive, and you probably have to unalive those 15 people that are in that room too. I don't think they can make. I don't think they're allowed out.
Actually, what Steven Wilson actually did was the last 2 albums at least is he remixed these records in like 30 channel Dolby Atmos surround sound for a listening party with like Nick Beggs and like a couple of fans around the UK, and then no one else gets to do that because no one else has a 30 channel Atmos system, right? It doesn't happen. So he basically makes those mixes for one night only, and then just done.
well, if Prog is pretentious, he redefines it, doesn't he?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
Hey, it was
the album is going to be called Bloodleaf Ritual. It will be out in the first quarter of next year. Octavium, our song Anticipate is out now, and our next single, Peaceful Empire, will be out next month. But literally, you can stream the song anywhere. You can pull it up right here on YouTube. If you want, after the stream, not during.
Don't do that. No, not during. Hey, Kevin, you're like getting trigger happy. What are you pulling up here?
Well, just people can look at that and see when we have our shows. There's Ian's show. There's the Prog Couple show. New one that we have is called Life and Times, and Tara's doing Fish, and that will be Wednesday, December 3rd. I did Ronnie James Dio.
That was such a great show, Kevin.
People can go and listen to that in the Echo Chamber. We also have a podcast for it, so you can find it on podcast. But
tell them about my upcoming Life and Times, Kevin.
Frank Zappa.
Oh,
nice.
That'll be a big one. Good luck with that one. I mean, that's a career that's going to take some effort, man. But so Frank Zappa, Ian's taking care of that one for us, which is awesome.
Oh, that's going to be a lot of fun. Larry, man, it's not every day we get a YouTube legend to actually come on the Prog Corner. Larry,
Scott, I was just going to say, I think this is your best live chat yet, and I don't want to take all the credit.
You should. You absolutely should. It's nothing but stellar and quality panelists today. Headlined by the Canadian Stud Muffin. Larry, what's going on with you? What exciting content do you have for the kiddies this week on your YouTube channel? It's always it's always something, right? Larry's always got something to complain about. He's got an ailment to complain about, right? He's got an ache or a pain, or he's got some addiction that he's trying to recover from.
Sympathy.
Oh man, your channel's the best. So what? Yeah, give us a little teaser.
I don't have anything planned at the moment, but I'm going to finish watching the Beatles anthology. Has anybody else been watching it?
And I haven't started yet. I haven't started yet, but I am going to.
Yeah, it is excellent. Yeah.
Is that the same team that did Get Back? I did watch about half of Get Back.
Yeah. Same
like
team.
Peter Jackson and those guys?
Well, maybe not Peter Jackson, but it's all cleaned up and the audio is much better. And
so tell us what that's all about. I'm kind of new to this.
Well, it's the whole Beatles story, and I think it's like 9 hours in total, from beginning to end.
It's an expansion of a series of shows that came out when the anthology series was first released in '88, I think.
Yeah,
it's been cleaned up and expanded. Oh yeah, 1988.
I probably need to watch that.
Yeah. I haven't watched it yet, but it is definitely high on my list.
We have an expert in the peanut gallery telling us it originally appeared.
The CDs came out in '88. Yeah, and then he's correct. He's absolutely correct.
Okay. They were my introduction to the Beatles. So
yeah.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, my teacher loaned this to me.
Wow. Very cool. Very cool. Great show. I have to agree with Larry the Stud Muffin Graves. This was the best live stream we've ever had, and my eternal thanks and gratitude to Kevin from Prog Radio for classing up the joint. Coming out of semi-retirement to slum it with me one more time, just like the old days. We'll have to do it again real soon, Kevin. Thank you.
Yes, always a pleasure, boss.
Cody.
I was saying to Kevin, it's always a pleasure to have him on.
It is. He's great. He's the best. He's number one. Any final words, Kevin?
No, thanks for having me on, and always ask, because if I can make it, I love being here.
Yeah,
and
I'm
all grateful for you, Scott.
I'm a creature of habit, though. I do want to just say something, because I see like names pop up on the live stream sometimes, like, oh man, I haven't invited that person to be on the live stream in forever. Kyle, I see you. So I'm a creature of habit. If I don't invite you, 1 or 2 weeks in a row, that might turn into a year. So I'm terrible like that. So I apologize, but you're always welcome on the show, Kevin. All the best to you and yours out there. And
if you don't mind,
Wild West.
About Prog Radio. I don't just contribute to Prog Radio. I do listen and I lurk, and I try to keep track of what's being played, and I am consistently impressed because a lot of these prog radio stations can become very narrow, and they play not just the same 5 bands, but the same 5 kinds of bands. Mm-hmm. But I was thinking, like, me bringing Frank Zappa, Captain Beefheart, all this kind of more out there stuff, that I was going to stick out and people wouldn't like what I had to play. But 5 minutes before I did my first program, you played Frank Zappa's "Put a Motor in Yourself," which is from Civilization Phase 3. And I was like, oh, wait a minute, I don't have anything as cool as that.
Nice.
So I really do appreciate what you're doing.
The thing is with Prog Radio is, if you do it broad enough and you do it random enough, when they hear whatever thing that may or may not be their thing, they're okay with it, because it just fits in with the groove. So we try to keep it. We have over 1,200 bands that we play.
I played Roy Orbison, and somebody said, oh, I love Roy Orbison. His voice is fantastic. So it's like, okay. Nobody's told me yet that's not prog. You can't play that.
That's
you can't get away with it.
We don't. And
I love that about Prog Radio.
And that is truly emblematic of the prog community as a whole. We're not a bunch of elitists like people think we are. We're really not. We're actually the people with the best record collections. So we do dig deep. We don't listen to just prog. Every one of us has a whole bunch of different kinds of records in our record collection. Yeah, we're not saying that prog is the best music of. We are. That's exactly what we're saying.
I see Donny Osmond on the wall behind Larry there as an expert for Donny Osmond.
I love
I
it.
think there's prog fans.
Good music
and
is
there's
good music.
fans.
That's right.
Yeah.
And prog
There you
radio is for music fans.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Our
would agree
most
with that.
popular day is Wednesday in the Wizard Forest, where we do Classic Rock Wednesday, where we sprinkle in some classic rock. Man, I never miss that. I love that all day long. And so people like a little seasoning in their prog.
They do. Yes, indeed. So not only have we established today that prog is the best music, but prog listeners are clearly, the smartest and have the best taste in music. Anyway, gentlemen, it was my absolute honor. What a great, great live stream. Many, many thanks to all of you in the Peanut Gallery, watching around the world. Thanksgiving shouldn't just be an American thing just because we had it this weekend. We all give thanks at certain times for different things, but we're all the same human beings. We all love the same. We all have the same hopes and fears and aspirations and dreams. And you know what? We were all afraid of snakes. Every one of us.
Here we go.
I don't know anybody that's not afraid of snakes. I can't think of one person except for Billy Bob. Hey, Billy Bob, bust out them snakes. Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, yeah, I give thanks to Billy Bob and his 37 snakes that he's been wrangling all year for me, keeping them hungry, keeping them venomous, keeping them. Oh, Jesus. Oh,
They got him. He's down.
Jesus.
Hey, Scott. Scott, I could see you in the near future interviewing Ian Anderson, and you do that at the end of the interview.
There you go.
The best was
Surprise
Graham
some people
Goldman.
with that.
The best was Graham Goldman. Graham
Oh,
Goldman.
yeah.
You see, that was priceless. Can I
Yeah.
go now?
Yeah, it's become kind of a thing. But hey, we love you guys. Have a great Sunday. I love you. Peace.
Bye.
Thanks, Scott. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.